I think you could make an ultra-low budget movie in any genre, and I want these episodes to be helpful for anyone making any movie. Most steps in the process are universal. Some genres are going to trip you up more than others, from the costly props and wardrobe of a period piece, to the extra crew and insurance of an action movie, and drama almost always requires named talent. I believe there's one genre that stands alone as being ideal for a first-time filmmaker. I love horror movies. All of the scripts I've written so far have been horror or horror adjacent. There's something about the darkness, the unknown, the warping of reality, and how connected we become with the protagonists. And the genre is so diverse, from the creeping dread of folk horror to the dangers of new technology. Received wisdom is that horror movies are the best gateway for a first-time filmmaker, but I would be investing a lot of time in this, so I needed some solid evidence. This is the Horror Movie Report by Stephen Follows. There's over 400 pages of data analysing 27,000 horror movies. The report covers a lot of subjects, but to begin, I had a specific question. Is a horror movie my best bet with this ultra-low budget project? Horror movies are in a boom right now. The amount of them produced is outpacing every other genre. Because despite how many are being made, they're more likely to turn a profit than any other genre. Just looking at this table and speaking anecdotally, I've done a lot of westerns out here in New Mexico. And out here on the periphery, where no one's around to hear you scream, it seems like a missed opportunity that this isn't a hub of horror movie production. The evidence that horror movies can provide a higher return on a lower budget is out there. This data is from thenumbers.com. It shows movies with the highest return on investment of all time. All the highlighted movies are horror. And this table from the Horror Report shows successful horror movies which did not have famous names or an established audience prior to release. It shows the huge potential for profit if the story and the concept hit audiences just right. This graph in particular caught my eye. It shows how popular horror movie podcasts are among movie podcasts in general. At first it seems like quite an unassuming piece of data, but it really illustrates just how much people like talking about horror movies, and the power of word of mouth among horror fans, including here on YouTube. Marketing budgets for movies are huge. They're usually around 50% of the production cost, and word of mouth, which is free, can be worth thousands, if not millions. During my research, one movie was referenced more than most. It's the king of the low-budget, high-profit movies, The Blair Witch Project. Word of mouth was so rampant that eventually it exploded into the news. These high-concept horror movies like The Purge, Paranormal Activity, Get Out, and The Ring are stories that capture the zeitgeist, and they soon become pop culture references. Which, by the way, is part of the Blumhouse business model. High concept, low budget. But I'll talk about that on later episodes. There's a common phrase among producers. Why this movie and why now? It needs to stir our primal fears, but those fears need to be felt by today's audience. Thank you for watching, and leave a comment. I want to hear about your experiences, and let me know what you want me to cover on future episodes.